Alright, it is FrOzenSwipe here, bringing you a free-for-all on firing range. This is actually the game I mentioned in my previous video, so if you saw that, you know why I'm using this setup. I'm using the exact same setup. I end up getting the exact same score, ironically enough, as in my last video, except I get it a hell of a lot quicker. So this is going to be a pretty short video, and it's probably going to be the first of a fairly new series that I'm trying to start. I want to use some of the commonly used weapons in Black Ops and, try and win a free-for-all with each one of these guns. And then what I'm going to do for the commentary is that I'll give you some of the facts about, the real-life counterparts of the guns in the game, but at the same time, I'm also going to tell you, the statistics of the guns and how they play out in Black Ops. So now, without further ado, I'll present to you the FAMAS. The FAMAS was officially put into service in 1978 and is still in service to this day in the French Special Forces. Even though Black Ops is set in the 1960s, we're super secret Black Ops guys, and that's pretty much Treyarch's excuse to put any gun they damn well please into the game. Yes, so this is a bullpucked assault rifle, and this gives the gun a fairly unique design. Basically, what a bullpucked rifle is, the action and the magazine are located behind the trigger, so that gives you what that does is actually lets you shorten the overall length of the gun, but retaining a fairly large barrel length at the same time. So therefore you get a gun that's both mobile and accurate. The gun featured in Black Ops is more likely an early prototype of the FAMAS F1, seeing as that is the very first version that was released, or well, not released but put into commission. So without further ado, here's how the gun plays out in Black Ops. But before I can really get into that, I'm going to have to explain how bullet damage works in this game, and how health works. So pretty much every person has 100 health, and you die when your health reaches 0. It's kind of like an invisible health meter that you can that every person has. So pretty much guns like SMGs and assault rifles, pretty much any gun that isn't a sniper rifle or an LMG has both a maximum damage and a minimum damage, and after a certain range the guns will start doing less damage, will stop doing their maximum damage and start doing their minimum damage. For example, for an assault rifle, this maximum damage cutoff point is 37.5 meters. But if you use a silencer on an assault rifle, this will drop to 12.5 meters. So the silencer really does make a difference. Now, the FAMAS does 35 damage maximum and a 25 damage minimum. That basically translates to 3 bullets to kill up close and 4 bullets to kill at range. Now, that's pretty much that's fairly standard amongst some of the assault rifles. But one advantage that this gun does have is that it has a very high fire rate of 937.5 RPM. This is very fast, and this is a fire rate shared by the AUG, as well as some of the faster firing submachine guns like the Mach 11. It has very good iron sights and has rather predictable recoil. This gun will pretty much always kick up and to the right. As a result, this gun, you can be very accurate with this gun, and because it's pretty much where the gun's going to kick, it lets you compensate for the recoil and be very accurate at long range. This is probably the reason why so many people think it's overpowered, and it's probably the reason for the 1.10 patch which came out for Black Ops last week or so. And pretty much what they've done to the gun now is that while it will still kick up and to the right, it kicks a lot more up and to the right. They've increased the amount that it'll actually kick, and I think the recoil is a little bit less predictable now as it was. What they've also done is they've decreased the center speed. This means it'll take longer for the gun to naturally reset to its starting point. So this combined with the increased kick definitely gives definitely makes this gun a lot less accurate, and therefore, you know, it's kind of alright to use this gun now. This gameplay actually was before the patch, so, you know, try not to hate me. I'll explain why I was using this. And as you can see here, I get noob tubed, that's always great. But this is kind of a new series. I want to do this with some of the more commonly used guns in Black Ops, you know, guns that people use on an everyday basis. Like, you know, guns like the AK, the Commando, the AUG, the Galil. I'm having a lot of fun with the Galil now, actually. And, you know, ever since the FAMAS has been nerfed, I could pretty much see that being the next overpowered gun. But you're going to have to wait until the next episode to get the stats on that. As always, I am FrOzenSwipe, and I will see you guys later. And thank you for watching.